is the Hammerfisting Podcast, exclusively on Gas Digital Network.
Do the 3 biggest fights. We don't need to do that, and then we can give our picks on social media or do some other.
Pull it up just in case there's something that we're forgetting.
All right.
But
so,
yes.
First, Victor, what do you see when you look at the fight between Derek Lewis and Fabricio Verdum, two heavy-hitting heavyweights that both are looking for that big win to put themselves back in title contention? How do you see that fight going?
Well, what I see is Fabricio Verdum being the more clever fighter of the two, but I never underestimate Derek Lewis. I made that mistake a while back, and I'm not doing that again. He's proven me wrong a few times, and he's really much more than just some brawler. He's really good at setting up hand traps and getting guys to react to get those shots that he really wants and really put it on him. But Verdum, much more technical than he was before. He's really evolved with his Muay Thai. Very, very good at setting up combinations with his low kicks and making sure that he keeps his opponent guessing all throughout. So I'm probably going to go with, I kind of think Lewis has a really just a major chance to win this, but I'm probably going to go with Verdum on this one because of him having, number one, much more experience, but number two, more ways to win the fight. So I'm going to have to go with that.
That sound right there is why this sport is the best. Okay? When you're watching, like, you see, like, Mayweather versus some dumb schmuck, and it's he's a fucking 42-1 favorite, and then you go to, like, Derek Lewis, who is easily underestimated, versus Verdum, and you get that, like, it's always a fucking, I don't know. That's what makes this sport fucking fantastic.
But that's what you have. What I've learned from making picks is
you're gonna be wrong. It's fucking terrible.
You know who you want to pick, but when you second guess yourself or you go with, like, the media is all leaning towards one side, that's when you fuck yourself. Because worst case scenario, if you feel something happens, it doesn't happen, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah.
But there's not a worse feeling as a fan when you had a guy and you knew that guy was going to win, but you picked the other guy.
Of course he was going to fucking lose.
Yeah, to not look like an asshole, and you ended up, your instincts and everything you were thinking was right all along. So.
I'll tell you what, as underestimatable as Derek Lewis is, and I hope that's a word, I'm going to go with Verdum. I feel like Derek Lewis is like the same level of a Roy Nelson, where it's like, that guy's not going to fucking win. He's a big fat fuck. And then he beats up almost everybody, but then he gets figured out. Like, and Verdum's the kind of guy who's going to figure him out. It's like, what do you... I don't know. Like, but then, see, there we go. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go with Verdum now. I feel like he's got more tools.
Yeah, I'll go with Verdum just because Lewis isn't going to want to go to the ground with Verdum. No. Even though Derek Lewis is very surprising.
Could you imagine if Derek Lewis just fucking, like, choked out Fabricio Verdum? I mean, like, oh, Jesus Christ. That motherfucker really is a killer.
No, but...
what the hell was I talking about? I should watch fucking football.
He puts him in the walls of Jericho.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I mean the real walls of Jericho, not that Boston Crab shit you saw there. The real one.
I just added nothing. Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, good fucking input, Matty.
I'll just say Verdum because I was actually going somewhere with a point, but the fucking point assassin to my left decided to just jump in with nonsense.
We were having fun, Rick.
Okay, next we got Ray Borg versus Mighty Mouse, the fight that was supposed to happen, two cards ago? But
Last card,
yeah.
Yeah, so I think Mighty Mouse all the way. It's going to be just Mighty Mouse doing his thing, which is dominating.
Yeah, I mean,
what else is there to say, right?
What, like, fight TJ. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
But I was a little surprised that this is not a main... I feel like the real title, like an actual... When you have a champion that's already, like, he's got his place as a champion, that should get first billing as your main event.
He just doesn't put up the numbers, though.
But at the same time, exactly. I don't care. I was talking to my girlfriend about this fucking card.
We only have 2 minutes, so
we'll get there.
Make it snappy.
Again, talk about my girlfriend. She'll tell you. 2 minutes, no problem. She's like, oh, Mighty Mouse is the only fucking fight I care about. I'm like, that's why you're not a real fan. You couldn't have named a less interesting fight. You got Derek Lewis fighting Verdum and Kevin Lee fighting Tony Ferguson. Like,
I think that's kind of admirable considering that most people that are hardcore fans appreciate Mighty Mouse. I think... If she didn't care about Mighty Mouse and was like, I wish Conor was fighting, then you'd be like, ugh,
You're right. I should have given her credit. I'm garbage as a boyfriend.
To be fair, I mean, these guys were booked to be the main event. for the last one,
Yes.
and then Ray Borg, tapped out, or he couldn't make it because of weight or diet, whatever the issue was.
Yeah.
And Dana's usually hesitant to put those guys back on the top of the bill. You saw that with Shevchenko versus Nunez,
Right.
and they only got promoted because of the Borg calling out. So, I think that's the reason for the main event there. But you forget, dude, Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald was a co-main to Conor McGregor's interim title fight, so who knows?
That's different. I mean, that's a little bit different. Conor's a fucking star.
Victor, I'm assuming you're picking Mighty Mouse, right?
Yeah, I am, but I do think that Borg is going to show off a few more wrinkles. He's not going to make it easier for him, but I'm still going to go with Mighty Mouse. I expect this to be pretty goddamn good.
So the main event, which in my opinion is going to be one of the fights of the year, potential fight of the year candidate, both guys in their prime, both on just have all the momentum at their back, and there's no love lost between Kevin Lee, the Motown phenom, and El Kukui, Tony Ferguson. I'm going to go with Ferguson in this one. I don't know. I just think he's just that much better, and I think that Lee is going to be a big star eventually, but I just think that he's biting off more than he can chew with El Kukui. So what do you think, Victor?
Yeah, I think that Lee might not be prepared for the crafty submission game. I mean, the boxing, certainly he's ready. I think Lee's a much better striker than people give him credit for. He's always boxing at the Mayweather gym, and he's refining his tools out in Vegas at the gyms he trains at. But I don't know, man. Those long limbs are good for catching triangles, darces, and all sorts of fuckery. So I'm going to go with Ferguson on this one, too.
What do you got, Matty?
Ferguson's the fucking Darce kid. Yeah, I got to go. Same thing. I feel like Kevin Lee's going to be a star, but he's just running into the wrong guy at the wrong time. Ferguson all the way.
And Ferguson's just such a crafty son of a bitch.
And he's a big fucking dude. Like
Big
he's a
dude.
really big dude at that weight class, and he moves. He's really is like a monster. He's like a fucking like a squid.
He's like Gumby.
It's like wherever you don't want his hands to be, that's where they're going to be. Mm-hmm. And all up in your ass.
Yeah. What do you think, Mike? You going with the consensus here?
I mean, I cannot bet against Tony Ferguson. The guy just he's got
Can't
the
spell it. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Shut up, dude. He's got the Nate Diaz gene, whatever it is, he doesn't go down, and he's got that crazy Eddie Bravo 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. He's training by himself in the mountains. The guy's an absolute madman. Just to give you guys an idea, we are getting a little bit better than even odds if you were to parlay Fabricio Werdum, Demetrius Johnson, and Tony Ferguson. Those three fighters there. You can't go wrong with that, right?
No, it's true.
I mean, you have Fabricio Werdum, former champion, Demetrius Johnson, champion now, and Tony Ferguson, a guy who, if things were fair in the lightweight division, probably would have gotten a title shot a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so throw some loot down.
Yeah, why not? Let's have some fun with it.
Throw down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks again, Victor. All right.
Just fuck you guys, Matt.